Day 2 of qualification here at the ISAF Sailing World Cup Palma and the Trofeo Princesa Sofia MAPFRE, and another day of perfect racing conditions. A light breeze filled the Bay of Palma, and the big swell from yesterday's breeze provided more great racing. Attention to detail and careful preparations ashore were evident across all fleets, as teams got set for what was the penultimate day of qualifications for those racing in split fleets. Throughout the day, the wind gradually increased, and all events completed their scheduled races. After yesterday's strong winds kept them ashore, racing got underway today for the two-person women's skiff event, raced in the 49er FX class, one of the two new events in the 2016 Olympic programme. Race 1 started at 1100 hours exactly, with the fleet of 32 boats spread along the start line. Italy's Conti and Klapsis were the first boat off the line on leeward, but it was not long before the advantage went to Denmark's Hansen and Iversen, who were the first team to round the bottom gate, followed closely by their teammates Nielsen and Olsen. The fleet continued into their second upwind with some closely matched racing and a great spectacle of colourful sails. As the fleet headed downwind for the finish, Nielsen and Olsen seized an opportunity and moved into the lead, with their teammates in second and the Dutch pair of Beckering and Blom in third. 3 more races were held for the 49er FX fleet to wrap up day 1 of racing. Nielsen and Olsen dominated to take 2 more race wins and sit atop the leaderboard. Over in Bravo course, the Finns were finishing their first race of the day. Series leader Lobert was in a close battle with Slovenia's Bogar. Britain's Andrew Mills followed in third. On to the second and final race of the day, but a few too many jumping the start forced a general recall, with the restart under the black flag rule, sufficient warning to get everyone off cleanly. The pin end was biased and most of the fleet bunched there, tacking soon after the start, with Great Britain's Andrews in control on top of the fleet. With the windward mark on the right side, the port tack leg was the longer one, and it was Croatia's Vujasinovic who rounded first, but literally boat to boat with Andrews and Mills just a few metres behind. During the downwind leg, Vujasinovic sailed deeper, while New Zealand's Josh Jr. put in a stunning performance and slipped up into second place between the Croatian and Andrews. Jr. continued to push hard and accelerated his position to take the lead ahead of the downwind gate. But he just couldn't draw on enough reserves to hold his lead to the finish and fell back to second, with Andrews seizing his first victory of the series. Back on Alpha course, the 49er Blue Fleet started their first race of the day, with Great Britain's 2012 Olympians Stephen Morrison and Ben Rhodes taking an excellent start to leeward and quickly blanketing their teammates in the form of new pairing Bithell and Grube. Bithell secured the silver medal in the men's 470 at the 2012 Olympics, but he moved to the 49er as he'll be too heavy in the 470 for the predicted light wind conditions in Rio. As the 49ers continued to round the downwind gate, the conditions had begun to escalate, with the wind increasing and the waves bigger. All change at the front gate, with Poland's Prize Batek and Kolaczynski now taking control and moving into the lead as they headed for the third and final upwind leg of the race. But not for long. Germany's Hale and Ploessel outsailed them to take the race win, leaving the Polish in second.
It's been really exciting today. I would say it's on the limit for the 49er. The wind was maybe 20-25 knots, but the issue was really huge waves out there. And yeah, the 49er has some difficulties coping with these waves, but it makes it really exciting, and it's really technical out there. If you can sail the boat good technically, then you have a top 3, top 5. So yeah, that's a key thing today.
The wind is expected to drop for tomorrow's final day of qualifications at ISAF Sailing World Cup Palma. The local sea breeze is forecast to make its appearance around midday. So with the lighter conditions, a whole new set of skills come into play. Expect the suspense to rise and the lighter breeze potentially giving the opportunity for some new faces at the front of the fleets. Do not miss the racing tomorrow.